이 캐릭터 프로 모드 올라가면은 그 즉시 캐릭터 삭제합니다.
Welcome everyone. We're in Milwaukee, the home of the Bucks, where we'll be broadcasting today's
11승
action live.
18패.
You're in for a treat as we bring you in. And let's go straight over to David Aldridge for a report before the tip-off. Hey, Dave.
Well, Kevin, we know how fortunate
He wants to win in Milwaukee, DA. Can they help him get there?
태균님 어서 오세요.
Some incredible athletes in this one, Brent. Defensively, what does it take to stay in front of somebody who's got that kind of explosive ability?
For me, a small prayer. For other guys, it's knowing time, space, distance to make sure that you can collect anybody's first move. As you know, Kevin, you can't be thinking out there. If you're caught thinking, especially defensively, you get to read the back of the jersey of the guy you're guarding quite often. Can't happen here tonight.
And it can take your mind off of the other things you've got to do.
Well, yeah, that, and then you're always using one key phrase, which coaches talk about in
이
practice.
와중에 3점 튕긴 거
I need help.
너무한 거 아니야?
Now let's take a look at the starters for New Orleans.
목베스 정신 차려라.
Forward pair. Ian Clark out there with Elfrid Payton, and it's Davis in at the center, filling out the middle. Here's Bledsoe. It's rebounded by New Orleans. They're getting their first look of the season at the Bucks in this one.
Yeah, and they took both games they played against this club last season.
Here's Moore. Bank shot.
AD 사이에서
The
리바.
Bucks have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Bledsoe taking his time here and stolen by Mirotic. Poked loose.
가자.
Payton against Bledsoe. Lets the three fly.
야,
From
3점.
Smooth. Payton outside.
하나 더 튕기면 얼음 뜬다 또. 보드름 사장님이 온다. 보드름
Antetokounmpo
사장님.
against Mirotic. More with it. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. Mirotic dishes to Moore. Shot clock at 2. And so the ball's out of bounds. Middleton touched it last. And how about a look at the most recent power rankings? Very telling, even though, guys, we're just still in
한 단계
December.
올라왔네.
Look at Oklahoma City. They've achieved some upward momentum, climbing to the 5th spot on the board.
이 캐릭터 프로 모드 올라가면은 그 즉시 캐릭터 삭제합니다.
Unlock their full potential in a holding pattern, if you will, and that could change though at any moment.
It's Antetokounmpo on the wing. Bledsoe left side. Yep, it counts.
우연님 어서
Bledsoe's
오세요.
got his first basket of the night.
Bledsoe stays confident even down there in the paint as a point guard, finishing deep that time.
Payton against Bledsoe. Here's Clark. That's in, coming off an assist from Payton. Clark's
프로
got
못
his
나가면
first
캐릭터
points
삭제.
in this one.
And giving up some height, he just finds a way to carve out a little separation.
This is sort of the joust of the NBA where the aggressive player, more often than not, wins out.
Moore finds Clark. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
That's just smart basketball. Ideally, you love for all of your shots to come from that spot.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Alvin Gentry, one of the best offensive minds and coaches in this league. Remember, just in the recent past about his time in Phoenix and then in Golden State. Now as the head coach of the Pelicans, and he's done a great job just speeding up this team, pushing the ball, and trying to find ways to put up points.
Payton kicks to Moore. Back to Payton. The three. No good that time. Excellent D there from Bledsoe.
위로 줘 위로. 그렇지. 그렇지.
Off the pretty assist. Bledsoe's got his second basket of the night.
Middleton right now staying aware of where his teammates are and hitting them when they're open.
Here's Davis, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That's on Brook Lopez.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
And Anthony Davis, a great defender by most measurements, but you know, Brent, some feel his
속도가 빨랐으면 내가 블레소가 맞는 각에 내가 이미 자리 잡고 있었을 텐데 속도가 느리니까.
For his entire career thus far, and he doesn't have the same impact that he once did. But you know, guys are shooting a lot more three-point shots, Kevin. So if you could find a way for AD to get from the lane out to a Steph Curry 28-footer, Alvin Gentry's listening.
속도 문제도 아니다. 속도의 문제도 있고 힘도 약하고 지금. 좋은 게 뭐가 있겠어요. 다 부족하지 지금.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Payton kicks to Moore. It's stolen by Kumbo, and it's the Bucks on the break. Here's Bledsoe.
야, 브레스 잘한다.
The right spot. Bledsoe's got his third basket of the night. And first time out of the game.
네, 프로는 올라가겠지. 설마.
The league no longer wants to
설마
reward
프로 못
offensive
올라가겠어?
players who throw themselves into defenders. Have you seen a big change in how those players, Brent, are being called?
I think the league's doing a better job of it, trying to examine when it is.
한 올스타전이 끝나야 이제 끌어올라와 몸이. 내 캐릭터가 지금
Out left to the wing. Pass to Smooth. Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played so far. Drains the three-pointer.
Just like to see the defense get more aggressive. They are asking for trouble.
로페즈 잘해 사리치. 내가 감독이라면 일단 쿤보를 팔아버릴 거야. 쿤보를 팔아버린 다음에 스몰포워드 그냥 대충 락다운 스타일에 한 명 끌어들이고 하포 센터를 보강하겠지.
Hey guys, well, Smooth in the last game against the Pistons was superb on the floor. He finished with 24 points and was on the mark several times from beyond the three-point arc. A fantastic effort for a guy who may just start making some waves around this league. It'll be interesting to watch, Kevin.
All right, David, thanks. He lifted his game to an unreal level that night.
Yeah, he showed how dangerous he is when he's at his best. And man, he'd love to keep that hot streak going here tonight.
Would you guys be surprised if he doesn't keep it going? I mean, the only way to follow up a game like that is with an even better one.
네, 점점 하루하루 지나면 내 캐릭터가 끌어올라와 질 거야. 지금은 피지컬이 너무 낮아서 하루하루 달라질 거예요. 뛴다고.
Here's Smooth, and he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. And now a 12-point Bucks lead. The Pelicans have gone 2 of 6 from the field in the second quarter so far. Moore passes to Payton. He kicks it to Mirotic. Payton against Bledsoe. The offensive rebound, second chance effort, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. A moment now to see how the schedule is looking for Milwaukee.
지금 5월 66 주전이에요.
And the Boston Celtics. And then on Saturday, they'll be facing Hassan Whiteside and the Miami Heat.
And Kevin, things could get ugly for this team during this road stretch. They just haven't had the same focus nor execution that we've seen from them when they're at home.
#1 pick overall in the draft coming out of Kentucky, and it just feels like Anthony Davis has had one focus on his mind, and that is to become the best player he can be. Love to see his evolution.
Payton with the ball. Now guarded by Bledsoe.
현딕이 이거예요. 이름만 바꾼 거예요, 이거. 나 지금 테이크오버 들어왔잖아. 들어와.
Here's Smooth. His last outing he had 24 points. And to Kumbo. His second shot goes off to a good start, 2 for 2.
Just all the physical advantages that Giannis has really present a tough challenge for the defense down there.
Mirotic has a wide open look. That's good. And it's Payton with the assist. Payton's got 3 assists tonight.
Yeah, it's such a sweet three-point stroke there, and it can really open things up inside because as good as he shoots it, it
플러스
forces the
들어가 했어요.
opposing bigs
바로
to
레이업
have to
가는 게
step out
아닌데.
on the perimeter.
Here's Mirotic, and another 3 for New Orleans.
Well, the Bucks with the superstar talent in Giannis
됐어, 끝났어.
Antetokounmpo,
테이크오버
the critical
끝났어.
decision this summer for selecting a new coach came down to a very qualified
나이스.
one in Mike Budenholzer, and with all the options out there, 9 coaching changes. I think that Bud saw the opportunity in Milwaukee as being a great one to push this team a little bit forward. The talent on the roster tantalizing enough for him to head to Milwaukee after his stint in Atlanta.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans. And Mike Budenholzer, the 2015 Coach of the Year, 4 titles, Brent, as an assistant in San Antonio. How do you like the fit for him now in Milwaukee?
Well, I think that the players are going to really enjoy the attention to detail that Coach Bud and his entire staff who are
어제
coming with him
진짜
will put
대박이었지.
into place. There's an efficiency
마이리그로 힐링했어요 어제.
and they're going to have to be thinking on their feet, learning a new offense and some things fundamentally on defense that he'll get them excited about.
Yeah, that's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Milwaukee shooting their first free throw of the night here.
We talk a lot about Russell Westbrook and the way that he attacks every game. I
아,
think in the
너무
Eastern
수비 애들이
Conference,
좀
Giannis
너무 좀 그래.
Antetokounmpo might be the
적극성이
same way,
없어
just
수비가.
tenacious and full of energy, and he fills up the stats.
Pass to Smooth. Back to
날 뻔했네.
Antetokounmpo.
가 왜?
Shot clock at 5. Pulls up on the elbow, and there are the Bucks with another bucket.
얼음 되면
They got
속도
hot
뭐 하여간
here
전체적인
in the
능력치가 다
second quarter.
떨어져요.
No wonder they're in front.
눈에 띄게.
Payton outside. A rebound by the Bucks. Antetokounmpo's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Smooth passes to Maker.
그렇지.
And a dunk by Maker.
Well, it's 7-1. He doesn't
내가
have far
속도가
to
좀
go, but
끌어올라오면은
rising up that time.
더 저런 속공 플레이를 더 할 수 있거든요.
Pelicans trail by 16.
자신 있는 게 속공 플레이인데 캐릭터가 느리니까 여기서 볼을 내가 줘야 되거든. 이런 식으로 내가. 근데 내가 어제까지는 속도가 느리니까 지금 볼컨을 4칸인가 찍었으니까 이제 볼 들었을 때 빠르거든요. 여기에는 나 빼고 슈터가 없으니까 무조건 속공으로 밀어붙여야 돼.
DJ Wilson, he's checked in for Chris Middleton. And so it's the Milwaukee Bucks with an 18-point lead as the quarter. Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away,
3점은 그 다음의 문제고.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second.
It just makes such a difference when the offense is running through him. He just keeps everyone involved.
And he controls the pace for his team. So what does that do? That forces the opponents to play at his speed. He can dictate a lot out there.
So for New Orleans right now, Mirotic is the 4 with Davis in the middle. Ian Clark out there with Payton, and it's Moore in at the small forward position.
And last season, a bit of a
원래 슈팅가드 위치가 여긴가?
saw a huge jump in his
구석
production
아니야?
and shot a career best from the floor. Across the board, he was a completely changed player despite what was a turbulent season.
너네
And
씨
he's
이제
been hitting from out there.
3점 배치 다 실버만
Defensively, you're gonna
찍어도
have to change some things up.
The classic
잘 들어가거든요.
catch-22 guy right
좀만 참으면 돼,
here.
좀만.
You key in on
한
him,
3일
you're gonna
정도만 더
open
참으면
up
돼.
other opportunities for his teammates to have good looks.
Puts it up. Another one falls for New
견제
Orleans.
아까 그
Gotta be
배치
encouraging for
실버만
the
되면 돼.
teammates
장거리
to see Mirotic
견제
get
있어도
into
들어가거든.
this kind of rhythm offensively. That jumper is a huge weapon.
Lopez up top. He's guarded by Davis. Bledsoe right side. It's taken away by Payton.
이렇게
Pass
느려
to
패스가.
Clark. A step back shot here. Rebound Giannis Antetokounmpo. Antetokounmpo's got 6 rebounds here
여기.
tonight.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Middleton looking
여기
over. Stolen by Mirotic.
코너 딱 갔는데
But he gets the call and will shoot two.
스틸을 당하네
Moore
저기서.
goes into the contact. He's saying, I want more contact.
For New Orleans, they have hit most of their free throws tonight, 5 of 6. Ejuan Moore is someone, Brent, who bounced around early in his career, but has still found a way to be a big contributor.
Yeah, and I think that the fit for Ejuan Moore, having AD, he can kind of stay in the background and get shots off where he's open, his feet are set, and you can see that trend in his field goal percentage that's coming into the league. Last year had a phenomenal year shooting the ball.
Payton kicks to Davis. Rebounded by the Bucks. Antetokounmpo's got 7 rebounds in the game. To the wing on the left. Smooth passes to Bledsoe.
야, 볼 연계
Good
좋다.
from Antetokounmpo.
쿼터당
Assist by
되게
Bledsoe.
10분, 12분 많이 해요.
14 points for Giannis
나는
Antetokounmpo.
방송하니까 10분 하면 길어가지고 8분 하는데 10분, 12분 많이 하지.
Here's Clark. 8 points for him. And Mirotic has it in the corner. Back to Clark. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
And he's really shot the ball well, but it hasn't been contagious.
Milwaukee leading by 17. Bledsoe finds Lopez.
아, 미로티치 가만히 서 있지.
Moore against Middleton. Out left to the wing.
해결 못하면 줘.
Shot clock at 5. Here's Smooth. Offensive rebound, Bucks. And that one, good. And the Bucks lead by 19.
Oh wow, 4 of 5 to start.
체력은 찍지 말아야겠다
Coming
이거.
out on fire.
Now a timeout
체력 뛰면 더 많이
called
떠야
by New
되니까
Orleans.
아싸리 체력을
Chris
찍지 말고.
Middleton is such a versatile scorer, and because he has the ability to put the ball down on the floor, sometimes defenders are not as willing to close out to him, but last year was in the 74th percentile in spot-up jump shots. It can be devastating from there.
Hill, he's checked in for Ian Clark.
아, 벌써 11시에요. 시간이 왜 이렇게 빨리
To
가?
the inside, stolen by Middleton. And now here comes Antetokounmpo leading the break. The shot's good from Smooth.
And when you can outscore your opponent in transition, that's always going to work to your advantage.
They've also
8분.
taken
좀
care of
잘하면은
some of the
9분.
details
9분이
in
딱
this game,
NBA
and that's
수치랑
why they're
비슷하게
ahead.
나오지. 8분 잘하면 8분, 못하면 9분, 10분. 12분 하면은 진짜
Shot clock at 6.
300점 나올걸요? 둘이 앞에서.
And Middleton can hurt you from anywhere. But his mid-range game, Brent,
아,
his
이걸 넣어줘야
mid-range
되는데.
game stands out.
Yeah, people don't really
사거리 무한.
realize how effective Chris has been from the mid-range. He's up there with Kevin Durant statistically in some of the numbers, and the fact that he's got that long frame, any switchable defender that's smaller than him gives him the immediate advantage.
Hill
아,
has the
속았다.
open look. And again, New Orleans has no luck. Here's Middleton, and 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. That one on Davis.
Speed burst that time from Middleton, a relentless penetrator.
The big changes in defensive rules happened right
171.
in the middle of your playing days. How did people initially react to that?
Well, a lot of guys
사거리
have to
무한
make quick
제가
fouls, Kevin.
불은 주거든요.
They're out hand checking and pushing guys around, and they say, "What do you mean I can't do this anymore? I get paid to push guys around." But after a little while, obviously, guys stepping off and understanding positions on the floor where you could get away with more physical play than you can out in front with point guards, obviously, and having refs' eyes on them or down on the block.
Wilson out there with Chris Middleton. Then there's Smooth. Then there's Bledsoe. And it's Maker in at the 5 spot. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. Outside Wilson to the left side wing. Smooth passes to Maker. Outside Wilson. Bucks passing it around. Here's Smooth.
아, 이건 좀 에반가요?
No good on the triple.
살짝 거리가 있어가지고
Extending
쐈는데.
the D there, putting a lot of pressure on the shooter.
I think coaches right here are always talking about the extra pass, and a contested 3 is not your objective. One more, maybe. Well, Mirotic last year, it was the tale of 2 halves. It
에바였음?
was the shaved year versus the the unshaved year for him. Great start with the Bulls and played some very good basketball, and then struggled a little bit after the trade to the Pelicans, and then boom, all of a sudden was a huge part after Cousins went down. Was extremely complimentary to the fast pace and stretching out the offense with the three-point ball playing alongside AD.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
사거리 무한 찍어요. 사거리 무한 캐치앤슛, 장거리 저격수, 코너 스페셜 4개.
He's had a little trouble with consistency, but you got to look at what was surrounding him in Chicago with all the roster movements and the coaching changes, stylistic changes. So, you know, when he gets on, we saw this late in the year with the Pelicans and somewhat in the playoffs. He can be an explosive scorer. He can put the ball down and make plays. He can shoot you into and sometimes out of a game.
Obviously, a mix-up defensively on that possession.
The pass is smooth. Mirotic against Wilson. Antetokounmpo kicks to Hill. Battles through traffic and lays it in.
And as we head to the final buzzer,
a
crushing blowout.
개념은 알잖아요.
And this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Bucks.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything.
코너 장거리 지치지 않는 캐치니.
And it'll advance the win total up to 12 on the season.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just
솔직히
confirms what
포스터라이저랑 무자비한
a night tonight it was.
두 개의 자수점 빼고는 텀까기용은 볼수도 충분한 것 같아요.
He hit the glass hard and he came up with a ton of rebounds.
Pass to smooth.
자수점 있으면 좋은데.
It's rebounded by New Orleans. Frazier, the pass to Clark. Back to Frazier. Here's Diallo. Frazier outside. He dishes it to Mirotic. Hits it from
미로티치 3점이.
Mirotic has some pretty good catch and shoot numbers and great at knowing ahead of time as to when those shots are going to come his way.
And so it's the Bucks taking care of business in this one. It was a tale of two teams tonight, one that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just
얼마만에 승리냐?
fans involved
얼마만에
from the
승리냐?
get-go. And what